so you guys can share this with friends. Okay. I'm Phyllis Anderson, and I am an emergency room nurse of over 21 years. I have been using Plexus products for the last almost 3 years. And you're going to meet Barbie tonight. She is my sister-in-law who lives in Hawaii. There she is. She introduced me to these products because I called her and I was desperate. I was 41 and stopped having periods, which is really young. I fast forward 7 years, at 48 years old, that's when I called her because I had just seen my gynecologist. And I had said to her, why am I gaining this weight and running marathons? I cross train at the gym 5 to 6 days a week. Look at me. Like, I've gained 20 pounds in 2 years. I'm miserable. I'm sad. I'm anxious. I don't know where that's coming from because Phyllis is a very happy, energetic person. And I had changed. I was having hot flashes that were super annoying, and I would isolate myself. I would put my pajamas on. I don't know, 4:30 was good because I wasn't planning on going out and being social. It was too frustrating. Like I said, my face would just be pouring sweat, and I just didn't have it in me. I wasn't that social being that I used to be. So, gosh, there were some other things going on, but those were kind of the big things. And that's what I said to her. And gassy, bloated, constipated, but I kind of thought that was just normal. If I was running, I was pooping fine. If I wasn't running, I wasn't going to the bathroom. So I was just like, gosh, I guess this is just my body. Well, I called Barbie and I said, here's what just happened at my gynecologist office. And she said, good news. I just researched these products. I just ordered my products. They hadn't even come in the mail yet. Her and I started our products literally the same day, June 1st of 2017. It's kind of like having a baby because I'm like, that's when my world changed. You'll never forget the day you started Plexus. It's pretty cool. So anyway, I wanted to let Barbie kind of explain our basic products. And this is how I started. And I started to watch sugar cravings go away, migraines disappear, restless legs go away, cravings for sugar, no need for caffeine. Like, there were some crazy things that happened from the start for me. And that's the exciting news, is that some people have these fast results. Other people, it takes a little bit longer. So I'm going to let Barbie just start talking about those basic products that I started on. It was called the Triplex. This is where my world started to change. And then I'll talk about some other products that I ended up adding in. And then if anybody has any questions in the or things that you're struggling with health or wellness, like I'm an ER nurse of over 21 years. Barbie will tell you her experience in nursing. It just so happens we're sister-in-laws and nurses. But anyway, I'll let you go, Barb. Take it away.
There we go. Hi, everybody. Yes, I am Barbie. I live on Kauai. I've been an ER nurse for over 17 years. And like Phyllis was saying, I teach fitness classes. I was very much always into athletics, and I always thought like nutrition and exercise was what it took to be healthy. And although from the outside I may have looked healthy, but I didn't feel that way. So I struggled with mood. I had anxiety. I was irritable. I would just lose my temper easy. I just was so irritated with my little kids and my husband, and and I would exercise to try to burn all this crazy, but I still just had this pent up energy, and I knew something was up. So in my research for my personal trainer's license and in nutrition, I came across microbiome, and I was like, what? How have I been a nurse for so long and never heard of the microbiome? Like, that's weird. And so, and it was like one of those things where you hear about it for the first time, kind of like when you buy a new car and you never noticed that car, and then now everywhere on the street you see that car. That's kind of how I felt with microbiome. All of a sudden, every journal I opened, every like PubMed article, it was microbiome. And 90% of our happy hormones, our dopamine, our GABA, our serotonin is produced in our gut. And I was like, wow, maybe this is what is going on with me. Maybe this is why I'm feeling periods of depression and anxiety and just mood unstable. And also, I would get sick a couple times a year, and I just thought, well, of course I'll get, bronchitis because I work in the emergency room. But 70 to 80% of our immune system is produced in our gut. So if our gut is out of balance, remember, we are 90% microorganisms. 90%. That's like 10 to 1 to human DNAs. We are just a walking petri dish. And when those bad bugs take over the good bugs, things happen. We start experiencing negative symptoms. And it could be like with me with mood, it can be hormone imbalance. One of the big things is the balancing of our blood sugar, right? Like insulin is our master hormone. And when we balance out our blood sugar, we will have a slow, so that's kind of what slim. So this is like one of our key products is slim. And I actually was turned off by these products for quite a while because I thought it was all about weight loss. And, you know, it's called slim. And I was like, I don't need to lose weight. I'm fine. And weight loss is a side effect of a healthy microbiome. If you don't have weight to lose, you won't lose weight. If you have weight to lose and your metabolism is struggling, you will lose weight. So part of it is it comes in a pack like this, but I love that they're just individual sticks. So you can just throw these sticks in your bag, in your purse. You pour it in some 16 to 20 ounces of water, shake it up, drink it down. There you go. But it has, it's all natural, plant-based ingredients. It's got chromium in there, which is going to give you a slow release of of glucose into your bloodstream. So you're going to have sustained energy. You won't get those highs and lows, those peaks and valleys. You won't get the hangry. I don't know how many of you experience that, where you're like, oh my God, I just gotta eat. You don't have those feelings because you have a steady glucose. Also, insulin is, like I said, our master hormone. So it's gonna help regulate the rest of our hormones. So like Phyllis was experiencing some of the symptoms of premenopause or menopause, balancing out her hormone, me with just the mood issues, balancing out my hormones. It's so key. So it's got, it also has lots of antioxidants in it. It's got a prebiotic in it. So if you think of your gut like a garden and you plant your seeds and then you put fertilizer on it, it increases the growth of your seeds, right? And that's pretty much what this does, is it grows our good bacteria. And the cool thing about this particular prebiotic is that it grows only the good bacteria. So it's not gonna feed those bad bacteria, only the good. And then it also increases Akkermansia, which is a good bacteria that is related to your metabolism. So again, those of you that struggle with a slow metabolism, or you feel like as I'm getting older, because that was one of the things Phyllis said, you know, she called me up and I know she was eating good. I know she was eating clean. I know she was exercising on a regular basis. And she's like, but I just can't lose this weight. And I'm like, well, maybe this is it. Maybe it's your guts out of balance because you're doing all of the other things right. You're eating clean, you're exercising. So it increases Akkermansia, which is related to our metabolism, which is pretty darn awesome. So if you think again, is your gut as a garden, when we kill off our good bacteria, and we do this so many ways, of course, you know, antibiotics, obvious, right? NSAIDs, any of your steroids, your ibuprofens, your Advil, Aleve, any of those kind of medications, they kill off our good microbes. Additives, preservatives, artificial sweeteners, coloring, environmental toxins, stress increases our cortisol levels, right? And that's going to help. It's going to also kill off our good bugs. So what happens is we are born with just enough fungus in our bodies to decompose when we die, right? But when we kill off all these good bugs, all these things, what comes in? Fungus. Fungus is yeast. Yeast in our intestinal tract is called candida. So we get this lining, this film in our intestinal tract. And so even if we're eating clean, we may not be absorbing the nutrients because you got this film, so you're not absorbing the good stuff. And it's a fungus, right? Candida. So it decomposes things. It eats tiny little microscopic holes in our intestinal lining. And then when we eat foods, food particles are able to seep through and get into our bloodstream. Boom, autoimmune system kicks in. You get all this inflammation and these symptoms. Do you guys ever wonder why so many people nowadays have so many food intolerances? I mean, we never used to, like, I feel like every year it's just like, oh, I can't eat this, I can't eat that, I can't eat this. heal your leaky gut, get rid of that candida, seal your intestinal lining, and you should be able to eat whatever you like. My mom always thought she was lactose intolerant. She can totally enjoy ice cream, some cheese. She can enjoy all those foods now. Gluten is a huge one. Gluten, you know, and this is one of the cool things, is that gluten is a large molecule. So when you have leaky gut and you eat gluten and it gets into your bloodstream, it's a larger molecule. So it really ramps up your immune system because it's going to attack that invader, right? Well, your body perceives gluten and your thyroid one and the same. So if you have leaky gut and you eat gluten, you're also going to be damaging your thyroid because your body's going to be attacking. I think that's super interesting, especially because we have so many people with thyroid disorders these days. Lots of people. When I do med lists in the ER, I'd say like majority of the people, they're on some kind of thyroid medication. So that's huge. Okay, so it comes into this Probio 5, great probiotic, but it has, what makes it stand above the rest. And guys, I researched a ton of probiotics in the beginning because when I was first learning about this, I was like, well, what makes one better than the other? There's literally thousands on the market. How do I know? I go into GNC or a health food store and I'm like, well, which probiotic do I want? And they're like, the refrigerated one or this. Like, so I did a lot of research. You don't want the refrigerated ones. You're not going to get all of those good bacteria to your gut because half of them is going to die in the heat of your moisture of your mouth, the other half in the acid of your stomach. Ours are flash frozen. They have an intrinsic coating on it, so it's going to get to where it needs to go. And also, it has a digestive enzyme blend called chitosanase, which basically breaks down. Candida has a hard outer shell. So if you think of like a shrimp, right, that hard outer shell. So it breaks down that hard outer shell, and then it's got grapeseed extract that kills the candida. So you're going to kill your candida. So if you think of your gut as a garden, and you go into your garden and you're going to weed out all of the weeds, right, so that your plants in there can flourish and grow, because the weeds are choking them out. So the Probio 5 will weed out the candida, and then it lays the seed, the probiotic. It's laying the seed, right? So when you weed your garden, you don't just throw your weeds on your plants and leave them there, right? You have to get rid of them, throw them in the trash, right? So that's kind of where BioCleanse comes in. So BioCleanse is made up of magnesium, vitamin C, and sodium bicarb. The magnesium and the vitamin C in here, it creates like a peroxide effect. So if you think of peroxide going through your intestinal tract and it bubbling up in there, and it's just getting rid of all of that waste, like literally, okay? So it's gonna get rid of that waste. It's gonna help. We eliminate toxins 3 ways: poop, pee, sweat. So nurses, we're not afraid to talk about poop. We deal with poop on a regular basis. Lots of people are constipated. Lots of people think that if they poop every other day, it's okay. I've had people that have like, oh yeah, I go maybe once a week. No, gastrointestinal research says that you should be pooping 1 to 3 times a day. Literally, what goes in, absorb the nutrients, excreting it out. So think of BioCleanse like your trash, your dump truck. So you weed it out with your Probio 5, you weeded out the candida, you laid the seed. Your BioCleanse is gonna get rid of the sodium bicarb. Oh, I was just looking at reflex. I was thinking of sodium bicarb, but so then you get rid of it with your BioCleanse. You adjust this according to your bowel movement. Some people will need, my daughter, my youngest, the doctor was trying to give her Miralax all the time. Her poor little belly was always sore because she was full of poop. She wasn't pooping good. So I started her just on BioCleanse to get things moving. She's doing fantastic. Now she's on, all of the products as well. But basically, and then you got, remember, so you laid your seed and then you got your fertilizer that you just poured all over it. These 3 products, the triplex, I feel like are really the core to gut health. This is what's going to rid our gut of the bad stuff and fill it with the good. And it's going to balance out our blood sugars. So you're not going to have, I'm sure like there's a lot of workplaces like this, but we would have a candy drawer with bite-sized candies. We'd hit that candy drawer all the time at work. You just always wanted sugar, craving sugar or something sweet, right? You want something sweet. You just lose that craving when your blood sugars are balanced. It's so weird. I could walk past it and not even feel tempted. to eat those candies because my sugars were good. So basically, I mean, I could share lots of testimonies about my family and other things like that, but that's basically the gist of the triplex and restoring our microbiome. And you can literally Google microbiome and headaches, microbiome and fibromyalgia, microbiome and allergies, microbiome and whatever, psoriasis, like anything. You can Google it and you'll find a link to it. So yeah, I'll leave it back to you. If anybody have any questions. I didn't see the chat much.
Yeah, no, I don't see any questions there, but yeah, if anybody, we want to pause for a second and see if anybody has any questions so far. That's what's really powerful.
This is Phoenix. I have a question. Can you talk a little bit about the detoxing process and kind of what to expect when you're getting rid of all the candida and all of the things that are blocking your health?
You bet. Good question. Yeah. So when we talk about changing your microbiome, right, we've got probiotics going in there. We've got a garden that we're planting. These gardens don't grow overnight, right? If you think about putting a seed in your garden, it's going to take time. It's going to take fertilizer. It's going to take a lot of water. So Barbie's right. We get rid of those toxins those 3 ways: poop, pee, and sweat. So we want you to be doing all of those things. Now, I wanted to also address really quick, like if you're going, oh my God, I already poop like 20 times a day. I can't poop anymore. Please, guys, stop talking about poop. Barbie was one of those, actually. Barbie had more of a sensitive belly. So anything she did eat went right through her. So for her, she was able to take the products. She just took a lot less of the BioCleanse than, say, her daughter or me. I take 4 or 5 BioCleanse at nighttime. That's what I take. Other people take 1 or 2. You can take up to 6. I've actually had people take as many as 8 BioCleanse a day, but it just that's the shape of their gut, right? And so that's why having a sponsor with Plexus is really important, because you want to be followed well. There is no one that Barbie or I cannot help through this process. Absolutely not. We can help everyone. We have a team of well over 1,000 people that we have worked with. And so that's the other cool thing, is that as nurses, our hearts are happy because we really feel like we are preventing bad things from happening, or actually reversing some things that were happening, and now we don't see that anymore. So detox for me, I'll share my story. When you're using that ProBio 5, and we talked about that chitosanase enzyme in the probiotic, that's what makes ours so darn special, but it also can make ours so darn uncomfortable sometimes. Because for me, I was bloated and gassy to begin with. I don't know what it was scrubbing up and cleaning out, but it wasn't good. It didn't smell good and it didn't look good. I would have to say my poop changed colors about 5 times in the first month, and I could clear a room with the gas that was coming out of me. But I knew, I was like, okay, this is rotten. Like this smells like death. So it needs to come out. So that's part of it. Okay. You can get some increased gas, bloating, maybe a little diarrhea, or maybe constipation. For me, I got more constipated as I increased my ProBio 5. So we start everybody out slow with 1, and then I moved up to 4 by the end of my first month. Not everybody can do that. I just did it. And I ended up with a mouthful of canker sores at week 6. I ended up with a urinary tract infection, which I had those chronically. Sinuses were draining. I had all these crusts in my nose in the morning. And I was like, my body is like purging stuff. And that's exactly what happened. Because have I had another UTI, urinary tract infection, since then? Nope. How about canker sores? Nope. And I thought I couldn't eat pineapple or toothpaste with whitening in it. I can do all of that now just fine. So I had an imbalance in my gut that was not good. And like Barbie said, we look good on the outside. Everybody would be like, you don't need to lose any weight. What are you talking about? You're crazy. But there was something off. And so when we balance the gut, you balance all these other things. So yeah, my hot flashes, all those things, those negative things I was talking about, gone. My serotonin is doing its job on my gut now, where 90% of our serotonin is made in our intestinal lining. Like it secretes those hormones, the GABA, the dopamine, the serotonin. So as ER nurses, that med list tells your story to us. I can simply say, please write me your med list and I'll tell you what's wrong with you. Most of it, I'm just like, it's gut health. Like, I wish I could help everyone and just tell them that, but I can't share this in the ER. I wish I could. But anyway, yeah. So the detox, again, some brain fog. I had brain fog to begin with. It gave me a little more like loopy feeling, but I loved my sugar and I enjoyed my alcohol. One of the toxins that's released when that ProBio 5 cracks open that chitin is the name of this hard outer coating that covers up, it's a biofilm, covers up the bad bugs. When that starts to break open or release, all these little bugs and opportunistic infections start to occur. And you also get ethanol. Ethanol is alcohol. So you can kind of feel a little drunk. For some people, it just depends on how much fun you've had in a lifetime, right? That's what your gut's going to look like. Or maybe you had ulcerative colitis or Crohn's or celiac or things that you really have an imbalance in your gut, or IBS. We have to restore the gut health. Like, everyone has a gut, everyone has skin. And that's what Plexus is about, is restoring that balance for the gut health world. Now, I'm going to have to also just switch over. We have a weight management side of Plexus, and I call it management because, like Barbie said, if you don't have weight to lose, you're not going to lose weight. In fact, you can gain healthy weight on this program. I have a woman right now, she's 105 pounds, not a healthy weight for her, and she knows that, and she's desperate and wants help. So we have her on these lean shakes. Now, I use a lean shake to replace a meal, and it's great because you feel fuller longer. It's way better than Boost or Ensure. That other stuff is just junk. Like, there's just horrible additives, but not with lean. Okay, you're getting the right amount of carbs, fats, and proteins. And so for her, she's adding this in between her meals right now to gain a healthy weight. My son is also an athlete. Okay, he played 3 sports in high school. His little high school year was cut short, but he still works out in the garage. He's staying physically fit. And he's drinking his lean shakes 1 to 2 times a day as a post-recovery workout shake, but also to gain that healthy weight. Okay. And it's 1 scoop for a snack in the daytime or 2 scoops to replace a meal. So that's what I love about the lean. And this is our little charity. We have a charity attached. Plexus pays back or gives back. And it's Feeding America. And there's a bunch of celebrities right now. I've seen Feeding America in the news, that every bag of lean is 14 meals. So Plexus gives 14 meals to Feeding America, not lean, but actual food or money towards food to feed 14 people. So I love that we have a little item that we feel like when you're doing this for yourself, you're also helping others. So that's the lean meal replacement shake. We have MetaBurn, which is a thermogenic. This is going to burn white fat and actually convert it into brown fat, which brown fat is something that boosts metabolism. And it's something we're born with, the brown fat. It also has 5-HTP, so it's a little mood booster. And then it helps with mental clarity and energy, good, clean energy throughout the day without the jitters. Okay, it's got a tiny bit of caffeine in there, green tea extract, and it's 80 milligrams. So it's like 1/3 a cup of Starbucks coffee. So if you love your coffee, you can still do MetaBurn, but I would just say, you'll see, like the Slim for me, I don't need coffee anymore because of the way it just balances my sugars, drives the sugars into the cells for energy. I just don't need the caffeine anymore. So that's cool, but you can have your MetaBurn too, no problem. Then this one's Balance. I love Balance. So this is great for people with any kind of thyroid deficiencies, whether you got too much or too little, hypo or hyper. You can use Balance, okay? It's going to also block 48% of the carbohydrates that you eat with a meal. So it's this nice little combo effect. It's balancing blood sugars a different way than Slim does. They complete each other. They don't compete against each other with all these different plant extracts. And so it's all plant-based. Everything here is plant-based with the exception of one of our products, Ease. And I'll talk about that shortly because I love my Ease. Because again, being an athlete, our family's very athletic. These just fit right into our daily regimen. Now, Active is another one. So I'm just sipping on the new Active, yay! So I just got it in the mail. He literally rang my doorbell right before I hopped on the Zoom. It is awesome, you guys. It is a tropical paradise in a bottle, I'm going to say that. It's awesome. It's starfruit and guava is the flavor. So it says it's a combination of plum, pineapple, apple, lemon, grape. And it is a yellow color. Our other active is kind of an orange color, and it's mango peach. So these flavors are delicious. You can actually mix it with your Slim in the morning. Active is going to give you amazing mental clarity. It's also going to help your body produce nitric oxide, which is a vasodilator. So if you are athletic, you're going to get incredible endurance, energy. You're going to be able to just like kill your workout and stay energetic throughout the whole thing without that loss of energy. And so then also muscle recovery, because of the way it dilates, it's bringing oxygen to the cells. So you're getting just better muscle recovery, less inflammation, because there's also turmeric in it. So turmeric and a bunch of plants, like it's broccoli, kale, blueberry, tart cherry. I mean, like, it's just beautiful that it's plant-based, and it's not the nasty energy drinks. It's got 25 calories, and that is from monk fruit, stevia, and honey powder. That's what sweetens our drinks. And so it's awesome. It's incredible. My actually, Barbie and I, our father-in-law drinks active, and he says he feels like he's 25 years old again. So it actually helped his because he does have some mild cognitive impairment. It's helped his thought process. He's able to actually form better sentences because of the Slim and the active, those two. And Edge, that's another product. But let's see. So that's the weight management. We have skincare line too, that we have skin serums day and night. Joyome, which is absolutely amazing. So I don't know if anybody's on here that's interested in the skin serum, but we do have people that this is all they are focused on because they love our product line. And so our collagen is type 1 and type 3. So you're not just getting like the hair, skin, and nails, but you're getting gut health too, and connective tissue. Okay, so it's awesome for both of those, and rarely do you find all of that in one. So they call it a multi collagen complex. So, and it's cute. The scoop is tiny. I call it my Barbie scoop because I've used collagen before, and the scoops are ginormous, and you're supposed to put 2 of these in your coffee, right? I can put 2 of these in my coffee, no problem, or my Slim, which is what I do. I put it in my Slim Active and Collagen is how I mix my drinks in the morning. And it has like a slight vanilla smell to it. So it's delicious, absolutely wonderful. And you can mix it in soups, coffee, whatever. So I would love to know. Yeah, Egan, you're gonna love it. I'll send Craig to work with one. I'll hook you up. Any questions, you guys? You guys have to have questions for us. There's some other products too. I didn't talk about our X Factor Plus multivitamin. Absolutely love and adore that. That took away my hot flashes. Has selenium in it, zinc. It has tons of biotin. Actually, what's the biotin? That's our ProBio 5. And our collagen has like 6,000% of biotin. So I love that, it's all about just building the structures that give us good, healthy body and skin. Oh, good, Egan. Coming to work.
You had a question.
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
Hey, so my question is the Candida cleanse and flush. So is that something you do and the Candida is flushed and you're done with that? It sounded like you're continuing to take the flush.
Well, if you think about it, we're gonna like Phyllis was saying before, you build up to 4, right? Like eventually we want to get you to 4, and then we're gonna titrate you back down, and then you're gonna maintain at like 2 or 3. It depends on your diet. So for me, if I go out and we have desserts, or I'm having more sugar, or I'm drinking wine, because alcohol is another thing that kills our good bacteria. So in our lifestyle, we're daily going to be killing off some of our good bacteria. So the reason you titrate up is so you come out with a clean slate, and then you just maintain. So then now you're maintaining.
Okay.
So you're killing it all off, and then you come down and you maintain. So if you have a great diet and you're not eating a lot of processed foods, and you're not eating sugar, you're not consuming alcohol, you could probably just take 1 or 2 every night. For me, if I have those extra indulgence, then I take 3. But typically I take 2 a night. Again, if I have those extra indulgence, I take 3. But yeah, so it is a continual, just because we're imperfect.
Maintenance, it's maintenance, right?
Yes.
Okay, So, and I'm familiar with the Candida cleanse and foamy poop. Okay, so, and I know that I could probably use one now. It's been a while, and my sugar, I've gone from 0 sugar to slowly creeping up, and that's all stress related, I think. So, so this sounds good. The probiotic sounds good. I'm already doing collagens in my, I mean, I'm doing a lot of this already. I'm 65 and I'm about 15 months out of a gastric sleeve. So I've had not a revision, but a sleeve for weight loss. I could use to lose a little bit more. I kind of plateaued out, but I'm pretty happy. I'm not looking to be skinny. I'm old. I'm fine. But I'm not sure how your products would interact with somebody that's had a bariatric surgery.
I'm happy to take that one on. Let me see if there's other noise. Okay, we got it. Yeah, so I actually have a woman who had gastric bypass, but her surgery had been like 20 years prior, and she was over 500 pounds when she had her surgery. And she'd got down to the high 300s, so about 380. She started Plexus within 6 months. This woman lost 88 pounds. She was finally in the 200s. Yeah. And just by taking their basic products, the Triplex, X Factor Plus, the Ease, that's one I didn't tell you about. That one's got because a lot of our weight sometimes is just inflammation. So if we get our inflammation under control, right? Then that's the secret. And so Ease has green lip mussel in it. It's from New Zealand, and it is, so if you're allergic to clams or mollusks, this is not for you, but it does have a little ocean smell. But it also has turmeric and has serrapeptase and bromelain, which are enzymes that eat up protein and actually heal scar tissue. So if you have areas that are painful, we call this part of our pain management combo. There's a product called Nerve, which actually I have it somewhere, but Nerve is actually for those people that have neuropathy or any kind of nerve damage. So the two of them together are just brilliant. So our Nerve actually helps to regrow damaged nerve cells. So you can actually get a little bit of pain when you start the Nerve because it's waking things up. That's why you combine it with the Ease, so that you're kind of calming it down. You're sort of putting an ice pack there while you're waking things up and causing some regrowth. So, oh yeah, and so Shayna's saying her Ease is helping her with chronic pain rather than Tylenol, arthritis, or muscle relaxants. So yeah, this is getting to the root cause, where ibuprofen is actually destroying your intestinal lining. Our intestinal lining is very thin, and so we have to be careful with that. And I was eating ibuprofen like candy, and I don't anymore. I don't even use it. That's what's cool. I just use Ease if I need it. But mostly, like I said, muscle recovery is crazy. That's the first thing I realized was my joint. I wasn't like a tin man anymore. I felt like a tin man after exercise sometimes. I just ruined myself. But I had so much inflammation in my body before Plexus. And then also one more thing, Judy, this X Factor Plus multivitamin for people who've had any kind of, gastric bypass, sleeve, you're going to want something like this. It's a methylated multivitamin. I don't know if your doctors talked to you about that, but
bariatric supplements. I mean,
yes,
there's a wide variety of options, but
right now, because you're limited with how much you can put on your tummy, you're not going to get as much nutrients in, right? So this is why, to me, even those people like intermittent fasters, depending on how much you intermittent fast, some people are only eating one meal a day, right? They're going to need some supplementation big time, or they're going to end up with some deficiencies. And so X Factor Plus has everything you need. It eliminates all your different bottles. It's got your vitamins A, your B complex, complete B complex, and C, vitamin D. My vitamin D went from 24 to 50. I could not get my vitamin D up even with 50,000 units on a Friday, is what the doctor had me taking. But until X Factor Plus, because it's methylated. That means the bioavailability, it hits your stomach, you're absorbing it. And so, so it's brilliant. It's brilliant. It has vitamin E. So people with any kind of skin issues, cystic acne, my son uses this. His face looks so good. He also uses the Triplex, and he uses the Joyum. This helped heal his scars. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. He's 18. So there's something for boys and girls here. All of this is for boys and girls. So I know it attracts a lot of women sometimes, but oh my gosh, my whole family's on the stuff. The other thing, the selenium, that's the one that helped me with my hot flashes, the zinc, right? And then it helps to, so people with thyroid issues, the T4 to T3 conversion, it helps with that. So it's super crazy. Like when you really dig in and get into the science behind it, it's because of the copper, the selenium, the zinc, and there was another thing in here I just read today. I was like, gosh, this is just blowing my mind. I find out something new all the time and just love it even more. And it has aloe in it. So again, it's going to lay down and heal your intestinal lining. So Barbie talked about leaky gut and the way the candida pokes little holes, right? This is going to seal it up. So I could talk about like the aloe gel just seeping into those little holes, filling those crevices where bacteria, parasites, and fungus and all the junk like leaks through our intestines into our bloodstream. So this is like triplex, and this is like a basic get started there. And then okay, Paulina, who are you with, Paulina? I know I have a couple people joining us here.
Hi, my aunt Tanya sent me this.
Tanya, okay, great. Yeah, we will.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We'll take good care of you. In fact, I would love like offline, unless you wanted to share like something you were interested in, I can make suggestions now, or we can go offline and do that as soon as the call's over. But I love that. But I just want to share with you guys real quick, unless you have some other questions, I just want to give you this, the different discounts that Plexus is offering right now. Do you guys want to hear that? And then, okay, great. So for $9.95, you can sign up as a wholesale ambassador. That just means you're getting a Costco membership. You can buy these products all year long for the price that I pay for it, the price that Barbie pays for it. We paid $39.95 to do that. You guys get to do it for $9.95. And Plexus is going to send you a 7-day trial pack of Slim. So how's that? That's so cool for that little membership fee. You can give it away, give samples away to your friends. You can throw it again in your car, purse, whatever, gym bag. And then also Plexus is giving 10% off when you type in the code Healthy Happy, all capitals. And we'll make sure everybody knows about that code too, Healthy Happy. So that's awesome. So our starter packs run from $99 up to $199. I say jump in with the big one because you're going to get it for $179 because of Plexus's discount, and you're going to get a ton of products. Like it's anywhere between $250 and $300 worth of products you're getting for $179. So it's like a bag of Skittles. You can, bring them all home, try, find out which one's your favorite, and then go from there. But we have some brilliant welcome packs that I'm glad to be put into any kind of text message with the people who brought everyone here tonight, so that we can help kind of tailor something for you or find a welcome pack that really fits your, what you're looking for. Because my favorite is the variety welcome pack, but we have a family essentials welcome pack that's awesome when you have children. We have kids multivitamin. Oh, I don't have that anymore because I gave my bottle away, but it's a probiotic and 13 essential multivitamins in 2 chewable caps or tablets that taste delicious and help kids with immune systems and help them go to the bathroom. Like there's no constipation in kids here with Plexus. And so it heals their microbiome too. And it's unbelievable how sick some kids are, guys. Because again, the biggest thing we see in the ER with abdominal pain in children, they are constipated. And that was a large ER bill to figure that one out. And so they do not want Miralax. Plexus for the win right there.
So I'll just add real quick, like you guys, this is one of the things like why our products are not just on, in the store, because it does come with coaching and we're here to help you. And we have such a great team. So we'll help you. We'll talk to you. We want to know what your needs are. What are your wants? What are your goals? And then we'll help tailor a regimen and we'll help you through it. So kind of like the die-off questions. That's why you just keep in close contact in the beginning. If you start to experience something, then we talk about it because we can lower you on something. Maybe you add in, the ease helps tremendous with die-off. So if you start feeling that, that's something you can take, or milk thistles or activated charcoal, just take it in Epsom salt bath, or just going out and sweating it out, But that's what we're here to support you guys 100% on the way. And that's one of the things I really love about this, is just getting to know more people and being able to be part. I feel like I truly, like, even though I worked in the ER for almost 18 years, like, you rarely get to like see people succeed and like, oh my gosh, I'm feeling so much better and I'm off of medication, instead of me handing them a prescription and then handing another 2 prescriptions for the side effect of that prescription and just band-aiding their symptoms. Like, I feel like we're getting inside and we're healing them, and they can just, so like when we have these kind of crazy outbreaks or like things come our way, we know we'll have a strong immune system. I haven't been sick in 2.5 years. I haven't been sick, and neither has my family, my kids. And one of the thing with kids too, you know, like, I've gotten a couple that were given a diagnosis of ADHD, and they just from the triplex are able to focus more. If you ask my daughters what was one thing they noticed, they're like, oh, I can listen to my teacher longer. They didn't have ants in their pants, and they were able to just focus because they had that steady blood sugar and just healing their gut microbes. So anyways, it was really great to be on here with you guys.
Hey, and Barbie, you know what? So I love that Barbie's here with us, because this doesn't always happen. And because Barbie shared with me, I shared with your sponsors that are here, okay? And or the people that are talking to you about the products. And so the ripple effect is crazy, because your life gets changed. You can't help but want to tell somebody else. And so Plexus just rewards us with huge bonuses right now. In the month of May, when you invite 3 people to just come along your journey, that's what I did. I was like, hey, mother-in-law, I drove my car to her house actually and said, please do this with me. My best friend, I got on the phone with her because I'm like, you do everything with me, crazy girl. We run marathons together. Let's do this. It's a 60-day money back guarantee. You have nothing to lose. And so within, like, I literally signed up. I had those 2 people, and then I got a 3rd person. And at the time, you know, it was a certain amount of a little bonus, right? And I thought, that's great. That'll pay for my products. I won't have to worry about it. I didn't want to have to pay for supplements because I never used them. I was a sassy girl that said, you just need to exercise and diet, people, you know, and I was a brat about that until my health started to suffer. And I'm like, well, okay, I was doing all the things, but I was still suffering. So I knew there was something missing. And when I found Plexus, I found that. So now with those 3 people, you can earn $100 within 72 hours of signing up your 3rd person in the month of May. That's just the beginning, guys. Then, like on the following Friday, you'll make between 20, or I'm sorry, with those 3 people, $60 to $75, because they've changed the welcome pack bonuses a little bit. So, and then on June 15th, you're going to get another bonus of $100 plus $15 per person that you signed up. So that, what does that equate to? $305 to $320. That's your bonus for just inviting 3 people to join you. That will definitely pay for your welcome pack. And when you see the money get dropped into your bank account, you're just like, wow, that's amazing. Like, GNC does not do this, or my Lassen's health food store does not do this. And so it's just awesome that Plexus is so generous right now. They are being extra generous because of the times we're facing. So last month was a massive month for Plexus. So they did it again. They gave us another opportunity to share with people like this and give these discounts one more time. So I love that you guys are here. I love that you guys have shared what you shared with us. Thank you for that. And then let's just be in conversation offline so we can get you guys started. 3 to 5 business days, you'll get your stuff. It's amazing. It's fast. And we have groups to plug you into if that's your thing. We have the support that will follow you. That's how I'm trying to teach my P team on the way down, is that there's a lot of follow-up that occurs that first month. And then I say people are pretty much on cruise control after the first month. We've figured out your system, how much BioCleanse, you know, or like, what is your focus? You know, let's just go the weight loss route or whatever your thing is. But I'm passionate about gut health. I'll always be, but I know that's not everybody's thing. So we're here to support you, whatever that looks like. Any other questions, you guys? All right. Thanks for coming. You guys are awesome. I love
Thank you,
this.
everybody. Thank you, Phyllis. Thank you, Barbie.